Once again, I've been discussing how do you know when it is time to retire? All right, I'm on question number 9 for you. Have you prepared your estate plan? If you haven't done it by this point, this is absolutely the deadline when you need to get this done. You need to make sure you have your revocable living trust in place. You don't want to lose everything to probate by just having a will. Have your financial power of attorney, your medical, your health care, your beneficiary review, all of the things we talk about that we offer at Specialized Trust and Estate Plans. You got to have all that, folks. Again, many people put it off and they go, you know what? I just heard it the other day, matter of fact, from someone that contacted me. Yeah, I'm going to retire in a couple of years. I'm just going to wait till I'm ready to retire. It's like, no, you don't want to do that. Get it done before retirement. Well before. Well before. Question number 10. Is your family ready for you to retire? And I knew when I made up this point, many of you are going to go, to heck with them. Why am I going to ask them that question? Well, you really don't have to. I touched on the spouse side of things. But the children, the grandchildren, maybe you're still taking care of your own parents. Caregiving. Will retirement change your entire role within the family? One kind of complaint that I hear from clients that have grandchildren or great-grandchildren, hey, my kids think that I have no life, and therefore I've now become the permanent babysitter for them. Set the boundaries. Set the boundaries. Spend whatever time you want with your grandchildren, but make it very clear, unless you want to, make it very clear with your children that, you know what, mom and dad, we've got freedom now. We don't want to be tied down babysitting every single day. So that's a fun one. All right, to our next one. What legacy do you want to leave? Do you want to leave a legacy of money? Do you want to leave a legacy of values, family traditions, faith, service, charitable giving? Whatever it is, I think most people, not everybody, but most people do want to leave a legacy. And, as I was discussing with my son the other day, I said, the greatest thing that a father can do is to leave this earth, and this goes for moms too, but I'm a dad, so I'm going to speak for myself, is to leave this earth knowing that you have left an impression on your children and if the grandchildren are older. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, think about it. Most people are the product of their parents, how they were raised. Sure, some go their own path and things, but for the most part, the values you instilled in your children when they were young, carried them through when they were teenagers, hopefully they didn't deviate too much, and then into young adulthood, and now that they're parents themselves, how to treat your spouse, how to discipline or, raise your children, those type of things. To me, that's one of the greatest legacies I can leave. I'm very proud of the way I raise my children. So you can teach them about money. Okay, big deal. But really the values in my book is number one. The family traditions, well, I hear this from my kids the older they get. They never appreciated family traditions before, stupid little routines at Christmas time or different holidays, that type of thing. Well, the older they get, the more they value those. So that could be part of your legacy. Obviously, your charitable giving, that one again is up to you. Some people like to give to charities. Others like, you know what? I would rather go give $100 to some, family that's in need than to donate it to whatever charity. That's completely up to you whether you want to do that or not. But the question you need to ask yourself is, how do you want your family to remember you?